Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Just doing some work, go over some coffee, talk about the Second Amendment, gun slides, sales, etc. For those of you new to the channel, we turn bars of 17-4 stainless steel into gun slides, specifically for the Generation 3 Glock 19 and Glock 17. And we'll be working on the 43 before too long. Here we can see a few of our models from left to right. The Turbo, Viper, Hellet, Viper Zoom, and Viper 17. And in the background, that is an SM19 Viper in Arctic White with a Siley Optics Wolf X Pro red dot, an ELD Performance barrel, an SCT Manufacturing upper parts kit on a PSA Dagger compact frame. There we are. A bit brighter in there. I go over our blem sale, but the vast majority of our blems, it looks like they have sold. And we're waiting on eBay to list new ones. I really should get some new slides, but the rest of the regulars have sold. Might have to swap some out. The ones I do have in stock are the hiatus ones, or the ones that we use specifically for gun ranges. Thank you all for joining us this morning. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm just cleaning something and drinking coffee. And we'll see if we have to go to the post office today or not. Yesterday we made 3 trips trying to get everything out before the weekend. pliers for this. To be honest, I don't think this is fixable. I'll do a quick magic trick and show you guys what I'm trying to play around with here. There we are. And the build is gone, so now I can touch and move things. And so what I have here is a Remsport R19 G19 style slide made of 416R stainless steel. And as you can see, it is quite marred up. See if I can focus that in a bit. Oh, there we are. So this is not something we make. This is something we got from someone we're helping out in our slide exchange program. And let's see if I can even get in there even more. You might be able to tell just how bad it is. There we go. So everything is jammed up in there. I don't even think it's recoverable. Not necessarily. I just kind of work on it from time to time. Just to play around with. But we ended up giving that person one of our slides so they could get back to the range. Fairly cheap slide, but no, as you can see, no defining features. It does have its rear grips. There's no optics cut. There's no front grip serrations. There is, you know, it's rounded, and it does have a slight chamfer on the front. Completely flat face. But when you compare that to, say, one of ours, besides the fact the steel quality's difference, we use 17.4, but we have chamfered edges all the way around, porting options, an RMR optics cut, and canted grip serrations. Or if you're not looking for, you know, a ported option, we have something like our Hellet, which is front grip serrations and top grip serrations. So maybe you could catch it on something like your pants. You don't want to run a ported barrel. Still comes with that RMR optic as well as the optics cover. Oh, my Ghost Dad tactical lube. Still haven't used that yet, but plan to the next time I go to the range. It's an interesting lube from what I know of it so far, is that it smells good. So normally like gun lube is kind of, doesn't smell very good. It just is what it is, you know, like hoppies or whatever. But this smells like green apple, and I'd have to say, if you have kids or animals, keep it away from them. It's not edible. It's not for consumption. It is a gun lube. Don't be dumb. Let's go see if I have something in my tool drawer. Might work a bit. So we'll give this a shot. Hey, good morning, Chris Smith. What's going on, man? You know, I kind of want to tap this I kind of want to tap the safety plunger slightly and see if we can pull it out that way. Live life, what's going on? Just working on this monstrosity a little bit while I drink my morning coffee. Tap it. Oh, thank you for the like. That's greatly appreciated. If you have any questions about the slides we produce or anything we got going on, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm just some crazy vet talking to myself. Which, I mean, is okay, because then I have me, myself, and I. Hey, Brookside, what's going on, man? Just working on this Remsport R19, which I know I'll probably never get this out of here. Talking about some coffee, talking about the 2A, whatever comes our way. I have so many questions about how this happened to this slide. Not that I'm like dissing Rensport here. But what now? Doesn't look like he's dead. What happened? You know which movie I liked him in? Three Musketeers. I think people forget he was in that movie. Wait, I'm not thinking of Charlie Sheen. I fucked that all up. Wait, am I thinking it? I am. Yeah. No, I'm right. Yeah, Charlie Sheen was in that movie. Okay. He was Aramis. Oh no, the memory's going. Hey, we got 3 new subs. Thank you so much. Chris, Live Life, Brookside. What's going on, guys? How is life treating y'all? I'm going to end up cutting my thumb, I swear. This is not going to work. I have so many questions, so many, as to how they did this. Oh my goodness. It's like I need a hammer. Yeah, if I could just pry this up and then... What's that about Charlie Sheen, Chris Smith? What's going on there? Yeah, this is not going to work. Oh, we have one of those. We're just not going to use our CNC machine to work on this. We'd have to shut down slide production for this garbage. That's okay. I'm glad we were able to get somebody back to the range, though. That's what a lot of it's about. Knock my brush over. Get that under there. Maybe we can do a wedge and let's be real, I'm making no progress. But thank you all for joining us. It's greatly appreciated. No, I have someone here with me. They are watching Supernatural. Which I have seen the entire series, and Crowley is my favorite. Everyday Dad, what's going on? That depends on if you are doing strip slides or complete slides, and depending on the model, but it starts at 145 and goes up to about 280. I'd say we're fairly affordable. All our slides are 17.4 stainless steel. They all come with a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut. They're all milled from steel bars, not blanks. And we do all the Cerakote work in-house. Oh, you know, what was that energy drink called? There's no cereals on slides. Well, at least not. I'm sure some companies have slides, but there's no legal requirement for it. There we are. You know, let's see, most common to the... Yeah. I have my integrity. But I wouldn't mind the 35K. I could put a down payment on a new machine with that. And we need a third machine. The optic is the optic in the background, or the optic for our slide. The background is the Siley Optics Wolf X Pro and the Wolf EDG. Our slides can take any Trijicon RMR, and we use a flat optic cut. I don't even know why I'm trying doing this. I should just tap it and then try and pull it out that way. Or like try and drill it out. There's no way this is ever going to be true again. I don't know why. I'm doing it out of boredom. Something to do. That is some E4 Mafia type shit, of which I am no longer. I gotta be responsible and stuff now, apparently. Hey, we got some of it off. I just want to know the thought process, like the guy that did this, like why? Why did he do this? Manufacturer only, everyday dad. We'd like to do it for people eventually, but our shop's just not set up for it yet. And for those of you just joining us and you're hearing the banging and stuff in the background, this is the monstrosity I'm working on. Come on, focus. Be a good camera. Do your job. This is not one of ours that I'm working on, by the way. This is something from Remsport. Oh, we're in Arizona. We sell several models for the 17. This one right here is our Viper. We also have another 17 in turbo, which is this style here. And a 17 in zoom, and this is of course a stenciled version where it kind of has lightning on it. Yeah, we might hire again someday. Right now we can't hire anybody. Too many Glocks, what's going on? We make the slides entirely ourselves out of bars of steel like this one. Yeah, the front serration concept is borrowed from like Gen 4, Gen 5 when that started going on. So these are all Gen 3. But interestingly, Glock hasn't really changed a whole lot between their slides. So you can make a Gen 3 fit on a 4 and 5 with little modification. Yeah, we have a StifflerManufacturing.com as well as our eBay stores. We used to have Native Gun before that went under. Real sad that Native Gun went down because they were trying to be like the next eBay or Amazon, but just for guns. Everybody gets paid. And every time you learn a new task, your pay rate goes up. So you start out as like a sander. Cool, you figured out sanding. Now you're doing painting. Cool, here's a pay raise. Now you're doing parts changing. Cool, here's a pay raise. More you can do. Z88 or R1? What do you mean? No, we don't do anything with frames. We're not an FFL. I did just buy some frames recently. We're going to do some testing on. PSA was doing a sale on their website for their micro, their compact, and their full size for like $150. We've also got some SCT frames coming in for testing. Everyone is free to start up their own machine shop. We've only invested over $500,000 into it. And since we're doing so much better than Rock Slide, I'd say, you know, we're not doing too bad. Kind of a low bar, though, I imagine. Actually, I should probably pull that up. Have you guys ever seen a Rock Slide crack? Let me pull that up. Now, I don't know what steel they're using, truly. But I'm imagining it's not as... It's got to be less than 416R. I don't know what's up with you, buddy, but tone it down. There we go. So this is a Rock Slide, and I don't know what steel they used. I really don't, but whatever it is, the aggressive cuts they used for their porting, the slide can't handle it. So I'd love to get the metal tested. I'd love to like see what they're using. But using something like 17.4, like if we go into comparison, you know, when you're using lesser quality steel, you can't do stuff like this because it'll cause cracks. See, did I miss any comments? I was working on that. Hey, Greg A, how are you? Yeah, sorry, Charles. I didn't know what you meant by Z88 or R1. An effort in futility. Oh, we got some purchase. We've got some purchase. Come on, you. Make me feel good about this wasted effort. Come on. Oh, how are you all doing this morning? Everybody drinking water? Staying hydrated? You can't move and groove if you're not hydrated. Oh, I see. Okay, that's what you meant. And the only Beretta I've ever shot is the M9. It's a heavy brick, but it works. And then if you run out of ammo, you can always brick somebody with it. Unlike the 17, it's a little too light. Oh, I chipped it. Lost my purchase. Son of a gun. That's okay. This just gives me something to do and work on while I'm talking to you guys. Let's see, wasn't the... Yeah, that's right. The M9 was based off the Beretta 92. Beretta 80. Oh! That's a girthy boy. That is a girthy handgun there. Beretta 89. It's a 22? Really? You wouldn't expect it just by the size of it. Huh. Well, in trade, they're popping in at about $630. That's impressive. In good condition, up to $970. Wow. Are there other are they only 22s, or is it? Oh, they're used. Some are used as Olympic target pistols. Okay, that's cool. Neat. Everything we make is for 9mm, though. Flash. Everyone just joining us, we turn bars of stainless steel like this one into gun slides. We do all the Cerakote work in-house. Come on, get in there, you. Oh, it's also a 9mm? Andrew just started his own business, has a website, local gun shows. Mainly make money from the gun shows so far. Oh, we don't have any MOS slides. All of our slides are Trijicon RMR flat optic cut. But yeah, you can reach out to us. Heck, feel free to drop your website if you have one. Throw it in the chat. I'll check it out. And you can always reach out to us on our website, stifflermanufacturing.com, or you can email us directly at sales@stifflermanufacturing.com. Not making any headway there. There you go. I'll grab the link for you. Ammo Alchemist, what's going on, man? Yeah, let's pin that one too. There you go, that's to our website, and you can reach out to us on it. Just click the Contact Us link, and it'll send us a message right to our email. How you doing, Ammo Alchemist? Ooh, that sucks. Speaking of which, everybody drink water. If you're not hydrated, you can't move and groove. If you can't move and groove, you can't react to contact. If you can't react to contact, you can't engage the enemy and break them and kill their shit. How are you, lacking hydration, going to be a sexual Tyrannosaurus? You can't. Drink water. Speaking of which, I'm going to go grab some water. Carbonated water, because I'm a fancy boy today. Fortified with calcium. I feel that, man. But you know, if it starts speaking or anything, take it out like the toaster. Ain't no Decepticons in this house. Oh, hey, Ammo, have you seen this R19 before? I occasionally show off. Yeah, look at this monstrosity. Oh, that poor safety plunger. The things it has seen. Yeah, I got hungry one day. No, somebody who owned this previously, somehow it got stuck, and they tried to use the violence of action on it. So we allowed it to come in as a trade on part of our slide swap program, because this is effectively now useless. So we got them back to the range. We gave them one of our SM19 zoom slides in graphite black. This meets the definition of like purposeful damage, I would imagine. But we felt bad. So we're just like, here you go, man. Here's one of our better slides. Now you have an optic cut. Now it's made out of 17 forest steel. Go to the range and show off. I mean, you know, it's not that this, you know, Rem Sport is bad. It lacks features. It's cheap. It's 416R steel. No optics cut. It works though. There's nothing wrong with it. It works up until, you know, the safety plunger incident. Let's see if I can angle this just right so I can get down in there. Let's see if I can zoom in there. Come on. Nope, I can't. God, it's like a chewed up. I don't know. Looks like chewed up pewter. Like slag off the side of whatever metal bar you're working on. So I'm messing around with it in the failed hopes that I could maybe chisel or break this out of here. It's not going to happen. But it gives me something to do while I'm talking to you guys. And if you got questions, feel free to ask. Well, we turn that bar that I'm beating on this thing with into these slides. And this is how I get cut. By driving this flathead into my hand. But, you know, for those of you that have a broken slide, or maybe you just have a slide you don't like, maybe you picked up a Glock 26 and you don't like it. Maybe you picked up a 34 and, you know, you're like, eh, it's too big for me. I want to downgrade to a 17. Well, wouldn't really call it a downgrade. Or maybe you got a slide from some company and you're just like, you know what, I don't like it. Reach out to us. We'll consider swapping yours for one of ours. You know, you can get something that's ported with an RMR optic cut, 17.4 steel. We don't approve every request, but, you know, reach out, case-by-case basis. Maybe we can help you out. 2A veteran, what's going on, man? Okay, come on. I'm in there. I'm in there. Come on. Nope. Hey, 2A veteran, check out this insanity that I'm working on. Focus. There we go. Oh, yeah, there it is. Look at that monstrosity. Jay Sharp, how you doing? So this was a Remsport R19 that apparently someone got the safety plunger stuck in there, and they tried to use the violence of action to get it out. So we swapped them for one of our slides and got them back to the range. That's a great question, Jay Sharp. That is a wonderful question. I do not know. They probably should have just consulted a gunsmith. Ammo Alchemist, double it and pass it to the next guy. But yeah, you know, hey, 2A veteran, if you know anybody, or Jay Sharp, you know anybody that's looking for, they got a crappy slide themselves, maybe something they broke, or maybe they've got an OEM that they just don't like anymore. We'll do a slide. We will consider doing a slide swap. We don't always approve it. Probably not doing any more of these. This we just kind of felt bad. Because this was just insane. Probably not doing any more rock slides either, because I mean, at this point, you guys have to know that they break. Like, I heard a rumor that LFA is buying out rock slide. I don't know if that's true. It's just something I heard. Maybe buying up their machinery. I don't know. But you hear a lot of BS rumors in the 2A industry. Oh yeah, what are you looking for, 2A veteran? You want one of our 17s, or what do you got? Gen 3, 4, 5? I doubt we will, especially after SIG putting 357 SIG, or sorry, after Glock put 357 SIG on the discontinuation list. It's not that it wouldn't be cool, and maybe if we get, what's the word I'm looking for here? More coffee today. Maybe if we get another machine, a small machine, that we can do custom work on, we could start doing like all the different slides. But the machines we have now are for large production on the 17s and 19s we do. Yeah, reach on out to us, 2A veteran. Probably do a swap. Hit us up on the website or go to the email. Do the contact sheet, whichever. 357, same as the 40. I guess which 357 SIG didn't Glock make like 3 different models of that? Oh, here we go. 357 SIG, Glock 31 full size, Glock 32 compact, Glock 33 subcompact. Okay. They are sometimes interchangeable with modifications involving 357 SIG and 40 Smith & Wesson. 357 SIG is a neck-down version of the 40 Smith & Wesson case. So 357 uses the same case head, but is a smaller diameter bullet. They do share some magazine capability. So yes, if you can fit a 357 SIG barrel into a 40 cal pistol, then yes, you could potentially shoot it. None of that is advice. I advise nothing. Anything you do with your guns is on you. Stiffler Manufacturing told me I could do it. Hey, awesome. Thank you guys for the subs. We're up to 618 now. And thank you for the likes. We are going to do a giveaway at 1K. So once we hit 1,000 followers on YouTube, we are going to do a slide giveaway. I haven't decided which slide or which color yet. I might do a poll about it. I also haven't decided how we're going to do the giveaway. We'll probably do a live, and then near the end of the live, that's when we'll select everyone who's commented and subscribed. So yeah, that's probably how we'll do it. And they'll have to have a public subscription so we can see if they're actually subscribed. Okay, yeah, but that's we're gonna, once we hit 1K, we're gonna do a slide giveaway. which won't be a huge thing because our slides are legal in all 50 states and the territories. That said, we do not ship slides to American Samoa. And it's not that the slide is illegal there, it's just that 9mm is illegal there, so there's no point in sending it. Okay, so if we had a 40 caliber slide that matched the same dimensions as the 357 SIG slide, someone could swap a 40 cal barrel and a 357 cal barrel. Yes, I actually had to look this up, and we had to make it part of our warranty disclaimer. So in American Samoa, and this is kind of their belief structure on it as for their government, is that American Samoa is a territory of the United States, and it is an unincorporated territory of the United States. Therefore, according to them, American Samoans do not have constitutional protections and rights. Now, they do give them some rights afforded by the Constitution per their own local, whatever laws, but they claim that the Second Amendment is not a right granted to them because they are not an incorporated territory or state. Additionally, American Samoans do not automatically get granted U.S. citizenship upon birth, like, say, Puerto Ricans do. So they have to apply. Now, it's a much faster process for them, from what I understand, than, say, a foreign national trying to become a citizen, because they are a U.S. territory. But they do not automatically get granted U.S. citizenship. They do get granted American nationality, just not citizenship. So it's a whole thing over there. Yeah, it does. I honestly think maybe we should push it and push our constitutional protections onto them. But I don't also fully understand the incorporated versus unincorporated territories issue. I do know they're an American territory. You don't need a passport to go there. Just like Puerto Rico or Guam or the Virgin Islands. But just to avoid any legalities in the future, we just decided not to ship there. It's like, all right, you can't have... The only thing they can have, and you need a license, is a 22 caliber rifle, 410, 20 gauge, and 12 gauge shotguns. And you need to have justification to have it, which includes hunting or sport shooting, but you cannot use right to defense as a reason to get a gun license there. Which I think is bullcrap, but that's American Samoa for you. Actually, that begs the question. DC, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Virgin Islands. So, American Samoa and the Northern Mariana Islands are the only two territories that do not have National Guard units. And so I wonder if that's also because of potential unincorporatedness. So they call it like across the 54. So all 50 states have their own National Guard. Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Virgin Islands have their own National Guard. And the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., has its own National Guard. But the Northern Mariana Islands and American Samoa do not. Though, interestingly, Northern Mariana Islands has not restricted gun rights like American Samoa has. And for those of you that didn't know, yes, we have territories. Puerto Rico is a territory. Puerto Ricans are Americans. 1898. Suck it, Spain. Puerto Ricans been serving in the military since World War One. Like, it's a whole thing. I don't know why so many people failed, like, geography and history class, you know, but they did. And civics. Oh, let's see if eBay has listed our slides yet. Because we're doing a blem sale on eBay. But for gun parts, they always take like a day or two longer than anything else. If you post something else to eBay that's not gun related, it gets listed in like an hour or less. But gun parts, sometimes it takes a few days to show up publicly. You know, which is just straight up communism. But eBay is also actually not that gun friendly. They just allow it there because they know they'd lose out on revenue. Stay dangerous. Good morning. Like, for example, we can't sell our threaded barrels on eBay. eBay doesn't allow threaded barrels to be sold. But on our website, we can. When we first started, we actually couldn't even list certain colors. Like, we used to have a bazooka pink Cerakote, and we still have sniper gray. eBay would not let us use the word bazooka or sniper. We weren't selling a bazooka or sniper. That is literally just the color of the Cerakote. That is the name of it. Yep, eBay has all kinds of rules on how you can list things and what it's called. And it's fun. On top of that, they take 13.6% up to 30% of your sales if you chose to advertise. So if you have a favorite, you know, eBay store, maybe Google and search to see if they have an actual website. Because, like, here's the difference, right? eBay takes 13.6% of our sales, bare minimum. If you go to our website, they take 4%. Godfather, what's going on? So if you have a favorite business and you want them to succeed, Google, see if they have a website or another store somewhere, because eBay takes way too much of their profit. But that's the price of using eBay's platform to advertise. Stay dangerous. Check out our bright purple as well as our FX Mystique. The Mystique is kind of like a metallic purple. Thank you all for the likes. Greatly appreciated. Slowly getting to 700. Once we hit 1K, we will do a slide giveaway. Maybe the Viper. What do you think? Should I give away a ported slide or a non-ported slide? What do you guys think? Let's do a poll. Boom. Poll. Y'all tell me what you think. Hey, FE Ordnance. Yeah, the bright purple is kind of just like a matte purple, and the FX Mystique is a metallic purple. Have you gotten a call yet, FE? They should. I gave the note to my shipping manager. But it's been a really weird week. I know she was talking to the people we're going to be ordering shirts from to see if we can get additional shirts. What do you think, FE Ordnance? Viper or Turbo for the slide? Front grip serrations with top ported window or ported windows on all sides? Which I'm thinking if you're using that V-cut barrel, that should probably, maybe this one. It would have been from an Arizona number. They might have left a message. I'll ask her. She's been crazy busy lately. Plus with the kids, it's been a weird week. But she makes decisions on when stuff gets shipped out. Because she tracks all of our numbers. I remember when this was just my brother doing this, and he looked like a zombie, handling everything by himself. Now everyone has their own lane. Though we do need to start having the weekly or bi-weekly syncs again. Which I always hated doing those in the Army, but damn it, are they actually useful? Okay, let me drop her an email. Oh, she's not even awake right now. She won't be in the shop for 3 more hours. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, the mil-spec OD green, it's great. Though I have to say I'm partial to the Jesse James green. Okay, let's see. Good morning. Following up on what you need for FE Ordnance. SM17 ported slide, black. Left phone number on your desk. Is there? Well, what time zone are you in? What's a good time to call you? I don't want to interrupt you while you're at work. Or they can just leave a message and you can call them back, whichever. Everyday Carry, what's going on? Bill Pull, what do you mean by custom color? Like a color we don't have on our shop? Okay, so if there's a color you want that we don't have, go to the Cerakote website, find that color, then go to our website, leave us a message on our contact sheet, let us know exactly which color you want, and then they'll look at it and go yes, no. Usually it's yes, unless it's C series. If it's C series, we do not do C series. So if it's H series, you're good to go. If it's F series, you're good to go. FX series, you're probably good to go. And then they will charge you the price of the slide normally, plus a potential stocking fee for the Cerakote we have to order. Because then we end up stuck with Cerakote that we may or may not use, and it just sits on the shelf. Perry the Platypus themed block. Oh my god. And we've done that a few times where someone basically we charge you the cost of the slide plus paying for the Cerakote. And then we do several runs and make sure, they're all good for QC. And then you get your slide, and then we do a test on eBay and see if they sell. And if they don't, then then we just get stuck with those slides for a while. Which is kind of what happened when we did Sky Blue. We did Sky Blue for somebody, and they never sold. So we ended up selling all those slides off to RB Tactical Market. He's in the link that's in our description on who has slides. So he has some of our Sky Blue slides now. I think he's selling them at a fair price. Just not as many people like Sky Blue as we were hoping. Kind of like our periwinkle. I love this color. This is a great color. People didn't like it. They liked NRA Blue better. I don't know, I thought periwinkle was a good color. I know weight difference, if weight's a factor for FE Ordnance. I need to reweigh the difference between the 17 Viper and the 17 Turbo, but I know on the 19s the difference is half an ounce. So I don't know how much on weight is factoring into your build. Man, it's customers. Customers are always picky. I'm sure you've all heard the phrase, the customer is always right. And of course, that's only part of it. The full phrase is, the customer is always right in the matter of taste, which means the customer is always right in things that they like. So if they don't like it, they're right. If they like it, they're right. Doesn't mean they're right about everything, though. I tell you, some Karen-ass lady who got up into some kind of management made that a thing. The customer is always right. No, the customer's not always right. The customer's always right in things that they like. If the customer likes it, they will buy it. Finding elsewhere. Not yet. We do plan on making a 43, and the 43 is compatible with the 43, 43X, and 48. We've got one more 17 slide to make. It'll be this one here, the Hellet. And then after that, we'll start working on 43s. Actually, I have to send her another message about the eBay, because for some reason, the slides aren't posting. There we go. Yeah, Karen's ruined a lot of things. If there is a World War III, I want to draft all HOA board members across America first. That, and I want an entire regiment of tweakers. Just to unleash somewhere. Like, okay, here's the enemy over here. Tweaker regiment. Airdrop them in. Tweak them up right before you do. Oh, that'd be so diabolical. You all had your water this morning? Are you hydrated? How are you going to shoot, move, and communicate if you're not hydrated? I mean, training with iron is always going to be a go-to standard. It is your staple. But the ability to have red dots is awesome. That's why we make ours like this. Whereas, here we go. If you don't want a red dot, just Loctite your plate, good to go. Loctite those screws, you're fine. If you want a red dot, the option's there. Hey, we're at 620. Thanks so much, everybody. All right, we got 78% saying ported slide and 22% saying non-ported slide. Wild. Ooh, morning message. Hey, 1,100 viewers this morning. That's so cool. Y'all keep me motivated. I'm gonna have to give up on this slide. This REM sport is a lost cause. Oh, yeah. As I'm getting older, trust me, I love the concept of a red dot. With form energy, I have personally, my brother hasn't, but I have personally given up energy drinks. But I will check these guys out. Now it's just coffee and lots of water, and now and then I'll have a soda. Maybe a rum and coke or something, you know. Huh. $1 energy drinks. Form energy. It's giving me Rip It vibes. I'd try it. Or at the very least, I'd push it on to some people. Gasoline! My blood is gasoline! My skin is chrome! What they could have done reviving Mad Max. Oh, well, thank you, Brenda's scam account on my Rumble. God, those are still prevalent. What are my analytics looking at? Hey, nice. Those are going up. 3,000 views. I earned $10 on Rumble. Damn. Nice. I need more comments on my Rumble. It's not these weird Indian scammers. Gonzo, what's going on? Everybody pop over to Gonzo for a second. Give that dude... Stiff Nation. I did stream on multiple the other day, Gonzo. Yeah, go pop over to Gonzo. Get him his 50 subs so he can start doing live content. Stiff Nation. Damn it, I'm gonna have to make that a thing, I swear. Why can't I pop over to... Oh, there it is. Yeah, bro's at 27. He just needs 23 more subs and he can start doing live range content. Well, not live range content, sorry. He can start doing live content. Hey, Steven. These are aftermarket Glock 19 style slides and 17s for the Gen 3. We mill out these bars of steel and turn them into slides. Right on, Ammo. Feel the coolness of your AC. Drew in Oregon, liking our reels. The far blems are out. Yeah, go check over RB Market. He still has some blems, as well as some other slides. He buys stuff from us on wholesale. Reconnecting. We use a Haas CNC machine. Oh, it was a bad disconnect. Let's see. Gonzo's going to the range. He's going to have a vendor event called Maxim. Right on, man. Man, see, stuff like that would be cool for you to, like, do partial lives. So long as you're not, like, manipulating firearms. Because YouTube will get you from if you touch firearms. But going to events live, yeah, that'd be cool. First op, second op, third op, deburr, clean, sand, paint. 7 stations. Takes 7 stations to finish the slide. For machining, it's three ops. Man exploded a shotgun for science. Wild. Oh, we're on 83% on the ported slides. Dang. Should I do a Labor Day sale? The 4th of July sale didn't go over too well. People, we're still a small company, but maybe people just weren't interested in red, white, or blue slides. Maybe everyone wanted tactical. Where's my pen? There we go. Pen. Labor Day. We do not need an FFL. Only if we're doing stuff like frames. Get one, bruh. Get one. Let's see. Perhaps for Labor Day we do... mumbling, so you don't know what I'm writing. There we go. The Viper is one of our most popular, and it's got a fun story behind it. Because when we made this wasn't initially going to be one of our designs. Is we were reached out to by a business that wanted slides. We made 200 for them, and then they either didn't want to or couldn't pay. And so we told them, hey, look, you've either got to pay for these or we've got to sell these on our website or eBay. And so that's what happened. And then it quickly became one of our more popular slides. It's like, hey, man, we made it. We spent, 200 of these bars, all those carbide end mills. We bought all that coolant and all the work deburring them and sanding them and Cerakoting them. Just made 200 slides and all of a sudden, nope. If you're doing it small scale, you could get a small machine and maybe do... what I'm curious about is if those newer tabletop CNC machines can handle steel. And if maybe you can produce, one slide at a time, or up to 3 slides at a time on a tabletop. Maybe 5. I guess it depends on your fixtures, but I'd be super interested if they could handle it. Because maybe we get like a small like a tabletop CNC, something that's like $4 to $10 grand, and then that's how we start doing custom work for people. I mean, it'd still be a while before it pays off, but then we can start doing RMR cuts for people. Maybe we do custom porting, individual work. Because the whole reason we can't do custom work now is all of our machines are set up for production. Like, I can't stop making 30 plus slides because one person wants, an RMR cut. It's not economical. Even if we overcharged the customer, we still wouldn't make all the money back that we lost from shutting down production. I wish we could. I wish there was a lot of things we could do. We're just still growing. And CNC machines and the materials to run them are not frickin' cheap. I got one guy, he's finally stopped harassing us a few months ago, but he kept hitting us up over and over and over. Do a SIG, do a SIG, do a SIG, do a 34. And I was just like, look, man, I want to. I absolutely want to. But are you going to pay, are you going to buy enough slides to pay for the research and development? Are you going to buy enough slides to pay for all the steel we're going to buy? Are you going to buy enough to halt production on the Glocks we're doing to make this SIG or the 34? Are you going to buy enough slides to buy a new machine so we can focus on this new slide? Hey, FE Ordnance, have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in. And it's like, I appreciate, and he's like, well, you know, maybe I'll buy like 1 or 2. And I'm like, cool. And now I got to go find 200 more people to go sell 1 or 2 to. Or I've got to find a vendor or a distributor that's willing to buy in number. Like, I've got a distributor that buys these, you know, anywhere from 100 to 500 at a time. And buys these. And now buys these. So their purchases pay for the machine, pay to keep the shop open. And then individual purchases, that's where we get our money. Which then gets reinvested into the shop, because we don't really take paychecks. That's how we bought another machine. That's how we knocked down walls to expand the shop. That's how we rebuilt our paint booth 4 times. Every time we've rebuilt the paint booth, it's gotten better. Lessons learned. Better airflow, better filtering, better space, so you can kind of have a better production line. Better cooling, too. Definitely better cooling. If it's too hot, you can't spray Cerakote. So any of those of you getting into Cerakote, oh man, here's a cheap way to do that, Steven, if you're into the Cerakote side of it. Like if you start doing your own machining work, so go on like Craigslist and buy, you know, some oven for like $50, something that still works. And just make sure you're never going to use that oven ever again, because once you start doing Cerakote in it, you shouldn't eat food out of it. But boom, you've got your own Cerakote oven. All you needed to do is to be able to hold, you know, 300 to 500 degrees. You're not going to be able to do mass production like a huge, like industrial oven, but you will be able to do small production out of it. You know, you could probably do, you know, 5 to 10 slides at a time, or you know, you could do a whole AR. You know, whatever it is you're working on. Like, I don't knock small producers at all. They can't get the volume up yet, but they will eventually if they keep at it. On the Viper, yeah, we could do this on the Viper. And if it's something you want and we don't have it, just reach out to us on the website or our sales email, and we can make it. We get these stencils through a Tactical Penguin. And they help us make these lightning slides, camo slides that we do, as well as the honeycomb slide. If you haven't seen our honeycomb slide, check out our eBay. That honeycomb slide is awesome. And I do have 2 more slides coming that I can't talk about, but keep an eye out. Not allowed to talk about it. I got outvoted. Man, thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us this morning. Godfather, welcome back. Hey, I got 621. Right on. Getting closer. Getting closer. It's on the label. It's on the label is where the 43 is. Heck yeah, double tap that screen. Give me a like and sub. How are you going to get a free slide, potentially, if you don't get me to 1K? And how are you going to move and groove if you're not drinking water? Drink that water. Oof. I tried drinking this soda and I don't. Nope. I'm going back to water. Okay. That we would not, Stephen. Unfortunately, there is another company out there that did have access to our program, and they copied it, and then they changed like one or two things on it, and then they sold it. So it's just something we won't do. It's one of the contributing factors as to why we put the flash on hiatus. Which, do I have a flash here? Where's my flash slide? There we are. One SM19 flash. And that is another excellent example of why you use 17.4 stainless steel. Do you see that? You see those freaking windows we can put on the breech wall? You can't do that with crappier steel. It'll crack. Oh, this damn old computer chair. It's like 5+ years old. I need to get a new one. Russell, what's going on? Thank you for joining in. Greatly appreciate it, guys. What am I up to now? 20 likes. Freaking 623 subs. That's awesome. All right, let's. Oh, we're at 88%. 88% say ported slide. Okay, let's add this to the list too. Okay, are you guys all familiar with our Viper and our Turbo? Okay, so we're gonna end this poll and we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna do a ported slide. That's what's gonna happen. All right. 1K giveaway. SM19 Viper or Turbo. There we go. New poll. Now, for those of you who don't know the difference, this is the Viper. 3 ported windows, a front grip serration, and then, of course, stylized windows on the breech wall there. The Turbo, however, has a top window, rounded rectangle with a step down, and front grip serrations. Oh my god, that hurt. Pop my neck. 80% on the Viper immediately. Okay. We'll have to get a few more people in here. Bring your friends. Tell them to vote. Because we'll get to that 1K before too long. We'll get there. $21 likes. Thank you so much. $623 subs. Oh yeah. 377 more, and we'll do that giveaway. The question is, how am I gonna do the giveaway? I'm sure we'll do a live. We'll probably just pull all the names from that live. Let's see. Can I message users directly? No. Not in such ways. Yeah, raffle wheel with names, probably not a bad way to go. $23 said turbo. He's got a zoom already. He's got a zoom in sick pink. Ooh, I should do pink lightning. That'd be cool. StreamYard. The hell is StreamYard? Oh, to live stream and record with YouTube, multi-stream. Oh. Hell yeah. The purple Glock. Oh, let's see, what will we do here? Okay, so we got ported. I think I've got a Labor Day sale in mind. What do you guys think? 10 or 15% off? Gonzo says 10%. The giveaway side should be pink with purple lightning. 12.5%. 10%. Nice balance. Balanced as all things should be. Get some kind of audio distortion. What's going on? Not that. Why am I getting this crazy audio distortion? Let's do a refresh, see what happens. Nope, still there. Interesting. Buy one, get second half off. You know, we actually tried to do like a buy one like that before, just nobody ever did it. Swing low, sweet chariot. I do, but it wasn't causing that distortion issue before. So I guess I'll just shut it off for now. Yeah, definitely thank you guys for hanging out. Yes, we can, and no, we won't. And here's the reason why, is that we knew a company that made a titanium slide, and they don't cycle right. It's too light. Even when you added a tungsten guide rod into it, it was still too light. Yeah, we tested it multiple times. We even went to the range with that company. And yeah, it just did not cycle properly at all. It looked cool watching it get machined though, because I don't know if you've ever seen titanium get machined, but it just flies sparks everywhere. Mag probably wouldn't work. What do you mean? "22 likes. Thank you so much. Hey, right on, Adam. Have a good one. Ultrafire, welcome. Gen 5 G30, right on. Oh, magnesium. I don't even, probably not, yeah. Huh. Never even thought of milling magnesium. Doing a giveaway at 1K. We'll be giving away a Viper slide, SM19. Oh, right on. Our old man did stuff like that. Did Navy projects, NASA, aerospace, all kinds of machining. Thank you, Ultrafire. We make them out of 17.4 stainless steel. Mill down bars like this one here, and then we clean them up, Cerakote them, QC them, box them, ship them. There we are. Oh, how much do they run? It depends on which model, which color you get, style, but they range from 145 to 280. I think they're fairly well priced. Thank you guys so much for popping in. It's great to have you. Oh man, we've been doing this for almost 2 hours. Right on. A few different options there. They're all Trijicon RMR optic cut, so you get things like your Holosun 507C on them, your Siley optics, Gideon optics, Omega, things like that. And of course, we test them on Glock OEM, SCT Manufacturing, Palmetto State Armory, Polymer 80. They get tested on a wide variety of things. Oh, there we go. Grab some more water real quick. Oh, there we go. Back again. All right, we've been doing this for... we'll knock it out 5 more minutes. Hit that 2-hour mark. Hey, thanks, Steven. Much appreciated. We're at 624 subs, 23 likes. This is a great morning. Let's see, what are we at on the Viper or the Turbo, huh? We'll probably do another one, but we'll do Viper initial. We'll do another poll on the next live we do. Oh, reconnecting. There we are. Yeah, we'll hit that 2-hour mark. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. And we'll run another live sometime later. Yeah, we've tried to do that a few times in the shop, and I think it has something to do with the machine, with the steel building we're in, and it just messes with us doing lives. We can still get them once in a while, but it doesn't always work too well. We do have videos on our Instagram and YouTube of the machine running, though. Let's see here. Let's get some final posts in. Here is our link bio. This will take you guys to all of our stores and social media. Here is our website, stifflermanufacturing.com. And here is one of our eBay affiliates that sells some of our other slides, RB Market. Give him a check. He's got some of our slides as well as some other random stuff like collectibles and militaria. But yeah, thank you all for joining Stiffler Manufacturing. All of our slides are made from 17-4 stainless steel. We mill the bars down ourselves. We don't use blanks. We turn them into slides like these, which are then cleaned and sanded and Cerakoted. All of them come with a Trijicon RMR flat optic cut. And they also all have an aluminum RMR cover plate. If you see one of our slides in the wild and it has a plastic cover plate, you're being screwed. All of our slides, aluminum. We do not use plastic cover plates. There was actually a thing a while back, someone was buying some of our slides and swapping the cover plates with plastic. And then they were turning around and selling the RMR covers. And we didn't sell to him anymore. Like, no, our slides come with aluminum RMR cover plates. All of them. And we have a wide variety of Cerakote colors. We do all the Cerakote painting in-house. Got our own paint booth. Everything, just about everything is done in-house. Humans. Yep, we have workers. Mix of veterans, Blue Star, and regular people. Oh, excellent. They got to Puerto Rico just fine. And yes, we ship to all 50 states and the territories. The only place we do not ship to is American Samoa. Oh yeah, it was a real dick move. And we even caught one of them because they had returned the slide and they had already changed the plastic cover out. And we're just like, where the hell's our cover? Like, this is supposed to have an aluminum cover. What the heck? Actually, here's one that's been damaged, but like all of them are supposed to be aluminum. Yeah, I got a little nicked there. Not plastic. They're 1/10 of an ounce. It's aluminum. Black nitride. We'll probably start selling them on the website too individually for people who just want a cover. But for now, each slide just gets them. We are located in Arizona. We are veteran owned and operated. We've been in business since January of 2023. What else? We've got currently 4 SM19 Gen 3 slides available. 3 Gen 3 SM17 slides available. 2 of our 19s are on hiatus. We have a potential third in the wing. And we are planning on working on Glock 43s hopefully this year. That's a no. There we go. Working on some of the admin in the background. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Since I'm done here, we'll probably end this one, and then we'll do another live in a few hours. Prints or reverse engineering? What do you mean? Like, do we reverse engineer the OEM Glock, or... I mean, kind of, because the bottom's still the same. That's how they fit on the frame. We take measurements from the OEM to make sure that we're... Oh, hand measurements directly from the slide. And then program into Mastercam. We were using Fusion 360 for a while there. But we made sure our measurements coincided with the Glock OEM measurements. So we ensured good fitting. So I guess it's a little bit of partial reverse engineering, partial drawing design. Though, I mean, once you have the measurements you need to fit the frame, you don't really need to keep measuring anymore. You're good to go there. Yeah, mixing calipers. I've got several sets of calipers at the shop. You got to go through the production line and just make sure you're checking things periodically. Because if you catch something out of spec, it's like, all right, this whole batch needs to be inspected now. We even encourage the employees and anybody else who's just walking by, like, hey, just look at stuff as you're going. If you're not busy, yeah, pick up a set of calipers and just check measurements as you're walking by. Like, yeah, we do checks, but it's nice to be extra cautious. Make sure nobody missed anything. All right, I think that's where we're going to call it. I'll do another live in a few hours, I think. But thanks for everybody joining in. Thanks for all the likes and subs. And as always, stay 2A every day.